Hello and good evening. This is Shelvon Banks and my man Ricky, and we are the UN Podcast. So, how are you doing there, bro?
Just recovering from being sick.
Yeah, I'm in the final stages of that. It's been an interesting week where basically, like, I called in 2 days and I felt like I had to push through the last two. Just to, all I can think about is like, man, I'm going to be off for 2 days.
Yeah, yeah, I know. That's the way I felt too. So
I hate being sick, man. But it is all a part of being a grown up and an adult. Well, shit, it's part of anything, or just being alive, I guess.
that's true.
All right, so we have one of the things we're going to talk about is I think Anthony Mackie just does not want anybody to go see that Captain America movie.
Why complaining?
So you didn't hear about all the stuff that's been going on in this last week, right?
Just heard a little bit, but that was it.
Okay, so he was doing a interview or like one of them things when they go on the stage and everybody asks him questions and stuff like that, and he just goes off the top of his head. So he was taught it was in Italy, and essentially what he said was that Captain America shouldn't represent America or something like that. And then as he said that, he realized how stupid it was that he said that. So he was trying to kind of rein it back in. So what he wound up saying is that no, Captain America, like he represents, and he named all these virtuous things. It was like, so you think Americans can't be none of this? Because it's the way that it's like he said something dumb, and then he just kept saying other dumb stuff. So then he got some pushback. He pushed it like he's like, no, like I love being an American, blah 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 blah. All right,
What was his point?
I don't know.
I mean, it's Captain America. It's he
Dude,
fought the Nazis in World War II. That was created by the U.S. government.
I have no idea. So I was like, dude, do you just don't want people to come watch this movie? Because that seems to be what it is. Is like, why are you insulting people? And
Maybe butthurt. Maybe it's butthurt that the movie's not. It's not projecting what they think is gonna be that good. Maybe just mad about it.
he's in Hollywood. They also it's Trump's first week kind of thing. And for whatever reason, you got all these people from America who feel the need to, when they're outside of America, to try to distance themselves from being an American, which is weird because everyone else around you sees you as an American. They just see you as an American who, for some reason, is trying to distance himself from being an American. Comes across as very odd. So
Where was it at? In Italy?
yeah, so that kind of went away, right? And then he said something else recently, and I know I got yeah. So people were talking about the reshoots and all that other stuff, and how the Red Hulk kind of represented a certain individual, but they decided to reshoot it a little bit so that it doesn't as much, right? All right. So during an extensive interview with Esquire, Captain America: Brave New World star Anthony Mackie was asked about reprising the role of Sam Wilson for his first big screen outing, wielding the iconic shield. Mackie, who has seen the movie in full, addressed some of the negativity surrounding the fourth Captain America adventure that arose from reports of extensive reshoots and lukewarm negative test screenings. It's literally the best movie it can be, which does not sound promising. It stays in the lines of Marvel. It stays in the lines of Captain America. It's fun and it's big. Every movie that Marvel has made, every movie that DC has made, Star Wars, Star Trek, Disney has done reshoots. He added. Doc has also asked about the inevitable comparisons that will be drawn between President Ross Red Hulk, Harrison Ford, and President Donald Trump. I hope as a country we're tired of the political jousting. Let's go to the movies and chill the fuck out. We could have made this motherfucker yellow and it would have been a problem. It's like, bro, the problem is that y'all don't get it. It's like it is you are dealing with people like over the political stuff, and y'all been doing this so much that and it, that people just kind of they're seeing it everywhere, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah, they just want to go enjoy a good movie. They don't want to be dealing with politics.
right, and you have like what they need to figure out is like, okay, everyone is tired of the politics. We have been pushing the politics too much, and the people are going to feel a way about it. So we need to shut up, stop acting like the stuff that people are upset about never happened, because that's basically what they're doing is acting like it never happened, and just realize that and go, no, it's not what you think. Just say that. You're gonna have to say that for your first bunch of movies. So until people realize that it's not what they think. So we haven't actually noticed anyone comparing Rock, okay, to Trump, but perhaps Esquire knows something about the character we don't. Finally, Mackie shared his thoughts on the next big MCU event, Avengers Doomsday. What you don't want is Infinity War and Endgame 2.0. The Russos, they're so smart and they have such a hold on this universe and the history of the comic books that I know they have an idea. I mean, they better have an idea. I don't know how you put all these people on screen together and make it work. All right. Doomsday co-director about Sam's own next adventure. Avengers films represents a unique space in the Avengers spectrum. That's the greatest thing because sooner or later the collective storytelling is going to be in the space that he occupies. Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't look like Captain America. It's like they
No,
just
he's not.
messed it up big time.
Somebody pointed out something on some shows I watched where basically they were setting up Bucky to be Cap. It's like they were showing like little hints here and there of him grabbing the shield and stuff like that. None of the stuff that they did with Falcon. So, in order to virtual signal, that's why they did this. They did this in the comics, didn't work. Nobody liked it.
Even
Because
that series, the one that came out with them,
right,
that sucked. That was
right, because instead of making a TV show about these two dudes who are really good friends with this guy who is not here, and having them in a spy thing and dealing with that particular fact and whatever thing that they were dealing with, which would have been an interesting show, they decided because of Black Lives Matter to turn it into this whole Black Lives Matter BS that nobody's interested in. So it just turned to this like ridiculous nonsense about how he can't get a loan or something. I'm like, dude, there is one super team on planet Earth and he is on it. There is no bank in the world who would not give this man a loan for whatever the hell he wanted.
how much. How much money are they paying them?
I don't know. As
What you say, like 30 million, 20 million?
oh hell no.
You don't think so? For
No,
that movie?
I don't think they paying anybody that really, unless you're like
Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio.
yeah, not, people aren't really getting how much.
Or unless you're Robbie Downey Jr., right?
Yeah, he's probably getting a lot.
I mean, most of those actors, we haven't seen them for years, though.
All right, they're not really saying. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay, I don't think there's any
Maybe
information.
is that because maybe that's his first big time movie?
Okay. He's 10 million.
That's sort of 10 million.
Yeah. What the hell? My camera just went out.
Oh yeah, I see it.
What the hell, dude?
I heard a computer.
No, I unplugged it. Okay, yeah. I guess I have no camera. This thing. Fucking StreamYards, dude. Like, everybody always has problem with this damn software, man. It's always something. All right. Well, anyway, I guess I'm going with no camera. Because as you can see, the computer heard it. So when so the computer sees it, it's just that StreamYard just decided that I got no camera. All right, so he's only getting about 10 million bucks, but that's not really surprising because I don't think hardly anybody's getting paid all that much, for any of these things, any projects or whatever. And what they should have done, and this has been kind of going back and forth about how a lot of these people, when they make stuff, they have no faith in black characters. Falcon has been around for 50 years. He was one of Marvel's first black characters.
Mhm.
That's why it was very stupid for them to try to swap him out with Captain America, because by you doing that, you're just basically saying that Falcon is not worth it. Right? And it's like, why would so you kind of defeating the whole purpose of what you're doing if you're trying to boost up characters.
Yeah, I thought Black Falcon was good. I liked them.
Right. So he's a
The
good
Avengers.
character. Yeah. Yeah, he's a good character. And essentially the origin of the story is the Red Skull kind of brainwashed him or something, because he was trying to create like a trap for Captain America, and he made he basically created Cap's perfect partner, right? In terms of and he broke the brainwashing and betrayed the Red Skull, and has been Captain America's number one homeboy since then, right? He has his own backstory, has his own everything, and in order to promote that, you dismiss all his accomplishments and whatever.
It's like you said, if they would have just kept the black the Falcon, and then just cast another Captain America and continue going, huh? And he still would have been the same actor as the Falcon.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, he was one of the, at the time when they created this character, whenever they had a black character, they would always put black in front of it. Seriously, dude, it would be be like,
Yeah, I know
Arrow,
what you
he'd be
mean.
like Black Arrow or
Black
something.
Panther, Black
Panther.
Panther.
Yeah, and so he was one of the first ones that didn't have that. So he had his own name, and it didn't have black in front of it. That just shows you how silly these people who do this stuff actually are, because they don't actually know the whole they don't look into the significance of these characters, like them not recasting Black Panther for the next the next Black Panther movie was just dumb. Like, why would you do that? It made no sense, and it went against what Chad Boseman's actual wishes were. So
Yeah.
But you know how all this goes. Well, we have some actual rumors about Doomsday. One of which is sorry about that. I don't know I, I don't know who the Avengers in the Avengers movie are going to be.
Chris Evans.
He says he's not.
Oh no.
No. Now he could be lying so that they could surprise, just kind of like how Andrew Garfield was saying that he wasn't in that Spider-Man movie. So he could be lying about that. But the thing
Yeah, I mean Wesley Snipes, the Blade.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
No. Like, in terms of their main characters, like who they have left, you got to go by who they have left. That's Miss Marvel. I mean, that's Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel,
Thor.
And Chris Hemsworth is kind of on the fence about playing Thor because he didn't really like the last Thor movie. He thought it was too silly.
Yeah, because they made him more like a comedian.
Right, and he didn't like that. He didn't like that they did that to the character in Endgame and Infinity War. It's like he didn't like that at all. So he's not that inclined.
Well, that's something they say because it's a bargain chip, make them pay them more money.
Yeah, could be, but who is going to like? Given how tight money is, you got to entice people to come out to go pay for these movies, and the no like the gone are the days of Marvel movie comes out, I give you money because Marvel movie comes out. Those days are gone. So you got to go out of your way to entice people to come. All right. So
I
there is
mean, that's the hard part. But most of the theaters, they're not providing any more. I mean, the movies they're not that good no more.
no, because they went into that woke nonsense that people don't like.
Yeah, every 2-3 months there's start brand new movies coming out.
Mm-hmm.
No, not really.
You know the all right. Do you remember the Underworld movies? Like
Which one?
the Underworld, the vampire chick. There's like four of them. That it was like vampires versus werewolves.
Yeah.
Right. So the guy who wrote that is, if you remember the first one, he was that big black dude who was a werewolf with the super deep voice.
Mm-hmm.
So he created those characters. He wrote the stories, he did the whole thing. He made a he's a comic book writer. So he has created characters in comics that are in Marvel and all the other stuff. He has one called Blue Marvel, and he's like a super genius and all this other stuff, right? So he was actually serious about boosting black voices. And you can't see me do the quotations in the air. If they were, they would boost him, but they're not because he's Republican. So they don't care about boosting black voices. Only if you actually agree with their position or whatever, right? But
Yeah.
right. So there is man, there is a rumor. Okay. Rumor the Marvel star Kelsey Grammer will return as Beast in Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Following a surprise MCU debut in the Marvel's post-credit scene, a new rumor claims that we will see more of Kelsey Grammer's Beast in both Avengers Doomsday and the Avengers Secret Wars. Upcoming Avengers movies evolved significantly since they were first announced. Kang is out, Doctor Doom is in, and the Marvel Studios has tasked the Russo brothers. Hold on. Damn cough. To wrap up the multiverse saga with Doomsday and Secret Wars. Between the Marvel's post-credit scene and Daredevil and Wolverine, it's obvious that mutants, and more specifically Earth 10005, will factor into those. In fact, the prevailing theory is that incursion between Earth 10005 and Earth 616 will give us a long-awaited Avengers versus X-Men battle in live action, with the former Fox franchise's mutants going toe-to-toe with Earth's mightiest heroes. See, that's the problem, though, is we have no idea who the Avengers are going to be. It's like, all right, you got Anthony Mackie. Maybe you'll have the Winter Soldier, but who? Iron Man's dead. Captain America's not there. Who knows what they're gonna do with Chris Hemsworth? And so it's like, are you gonna use all the other characters that nobody cares about?
I mean, unless they start making a new movie of X-Men.
Well, this is basically what they're talking about. Is it's like with Photon trapped in a parallel universe, the X Men call home, which again we believe is I'm not Earth 10,005. The stage has been set for those characters to eventually make their way to Earth 616, a world which currently has only a handful of mutants. We'll see, but a new rumor reiterates the previous reports that Kelsey Grammer will return as Beast in both movies. It's incredibly exciting to imagine him standing alongside the MCU's Avengers as an ally, particularly comic book version of the Beast, has a storied history with the superhero team. Yes, he is a long-standing Avenger in the comic books, has been one for decades. There's nothing I can talk about. He said possible of his possible return. What I do know is that there is a huge sort of outburst when I showed up at the end of the Marvels. I guess it was the response was really almost. It wasn't unexpected. There'd be more. There'd be some response, but there was pretty. It was pretty overwhelming, and there's some conversations talking about bringing X-Men to the MCU last summer. Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige said, "I think you will see that continue in our next few movies with some X-Men players you might recognize." Right after that, the whole story of Secret Wars really leads us to a new age of mutants and the X-Men again, and one of those dreams come true. We finally have the X-Men back. Sorry. So I was thinking, and I think a lot of people were speculating that they were gonna try to introduce them in Secret Wars, not Doomsday. And if they do it in Doomsday, I'm like, I don't know how that's going to work though, because I'm trying to think. Has there been any hint of Latveria being in existence in the MCU? Because all the other ones they've dropped hints, like like Doctor Strange. There's was it Captain America? I think there's a file of people who are under observation by uh Hydra, and Doctor Strange was
Mhm.
one of them. And they had one where it was a reference to Wakanda in another movie. So they've dropped hints in other movies about upcoming people. So I don't think they've ever done for Latveria.
That'd be funny. We're all talking shit about it, and then they make it. They make the movie good.
Well, like it depends on which stage Kevin Feige actually is in, because they did the woke stuff for about 2 years, failed miserably. Right, make no money. Last one that they made lost $200 million. So now you got ammo against those woke people who push for stuff. Like, bro, no, we're not doing this no more. All right. So we have to be coming into the part of the story where the companies need to make money and they need to figure out how to make money as as easily and quickly as possible. So they could be where they could be at is where DC was, where you got a bunch of stuff in the pipe that you just got to get rid of.
Hmm.
So, and they just got to put it out because they already made it and they already paid their money, yada, yada, yada. So hopefully that's where they're at, and they pull their head out of their ass. And it's like, bro, we can't keep doing like what we're doing because people aren't feeling this. Because you used to be able to pretend that, no, that there's a mystery audience out there for this stuff. Clearly there is not.
I think it's gonna take maybe another 10 years before it start getting much better.
Well, I
For
mean,
right now, I don't really see it.
all right. So they still got to drop Ironheart. Nobody's going to watch that. They're going to do Armor Wars went from being a movie to a series. Now I think it's back to a movie, and it's a movie that's going to take place after Secret Wars, so that they can basically ignore what happened in Secret Invasion, because people hated that, just despised that, like, what a passion. So that tells me that at least they are leaning in the proper direction to making money again.
No, I know, but I'm saying the damage that they've done to Marvel, it's gonna take a while.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's going to take forever. Like, because you gotta convince people that it's that to at least even try, right? Because that's kind of happened with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hmm.
The Guardians of the Galaxy came out and it didn't really do as well as they wanted in the first weekend, because people was like, "Ugh, another Marvel movie or whatever." So a bunch of people went to go see it, they told everyone and like, no, it's actually really good, and it is a throwback to how the movies used to be. So as you look at it, you can see how it maintained, like it stayed steady and then drop off. Is it more and more people went to go see it, like, and they went to go see afterwards,
You're talking about the last one, right?
right?
Yeah.
So
I liked it. I thought it was good.
right, so it was a throwback to how the movies were before Endgame, because
Mhm.
it was written before Endgame, and so that movie was already like written and ready to be put out or whatever, and then they pushed it back. So that's why it wasn't how all the newer ones were. So that's probably is what's gonna happen with anything that they put out. Is just basically going to be a few people will go see it, and then they'll tell their friends that no, it's not bad. You should go check it out. And it's gonna take a couple of those. So I can't imagine Captain America 4 is going to be one of those. Who knows what the Fantastic Four is going to be? And Ironheart coming out is not going to help. Nah,
I was never a big fan of Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four is a different type of superhero team.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to. It's more like a family of adventurers. So like they don't fight crime. Like if one of them happened to be standing on the street and someone's robbing somebody, then they'll stop it. But in terms of what they do is like, no, they don't do that. It's just like Reed Richards invents stuff and they go to different dimensions and they just accompany him.
Yeah. But didn't they kill him? Remember on the Doctor Strange?
Yeah, that was that was dumb. So basically, no, it is you the person who your fan base wants to play Mr. Fantastic, who is married to the person who the fan base wanted to play Susan Storm. So you give him a little taste of that, and then you immediately kill him without him even doing anything to defend himself.
Mm-hmm.
And that was Marvel in a nutshell. It's like all the men die foolishly,
And by a women, huh?
right? And then the women get into this chick fight. It's like what? So you're just sitting there looking like, what the hell am I looking at? It's like, why is any of this? But it's like, dude, nobody wanted like as much as everyone liked it. Captain like Carter and like looking at Haley Atwell, nobody was asking for her to be Captain America. Nobody liked that actress who played um I guess Photon's mother. Nobody likes the actress, period, because she's an arrogant asshole. And then you make her the race change version of a character nobody likes anyway. So she's a race change Captain Marvel, who nobody likes the white Captain Marvel. So it's like what the so it's like then you put and then you put Professor X in it, and he has the so it's like it's like you give us a little of this that everybody likes, and then you just take it away. So we have Professor X in the floating wheelchair, looking very comic book accurate, and you kill him in the stupidest way possible. Somehow he gets to be out psychied by the Scarlet Witch. The he was in the astral zone, which he is all powerful in. There was that should not have happened, but somehow he gets killed in his. He's the most powerful like mutant on planet Earth, and he gets killed by Scarlet Witch. Because heaven forbid a freaking guy beats a woman in any capacity in one of these stupid ass movies.
But I thought they were gonna make another Doctor Strange,
Yeah,
third one.
yeah,
Oh, there
yeah,
are?
yeah. Cumberbatch says he's not in none of the Avengers movies. He is. They're gonna do it afterwards, so it's gonna be after these two movies, and
And I
whatever.
think the second one didn't do that good on theaters.
Well, man, it did well enough. It did well enough for them to want to do more. So that is.
I mean, he's a good actor.
Yeah, they they tried to shoehorn America Chavez into that movie. Nobody likes that character. They have been trying to make her a thing in the comics. Nobody likes the character.
Oh, you're talking about the girl, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So so basically what you saw in the last 2 years was the all new, all different Marvel. They did this where they changed all the characters. That's why you got Jane Foster's Thor, even though Thor is his actual name. So it's just weird that you act like Thor is a mantle. What's even stranger is other people have had the powers of Thor, right? So there was like a an X-Men comic where Storm uh picked up Mjolnir, right? And she got those powers, but she was still Storm. She was just dressed like him. She was dressed in Asgardian garb, and she can wield the hammer, but she didn't call herself Thor because that's stupid. Because it's his name, and you act like somehow you have to be called Thor in order to wield the powers of Thor, and that's never been the case, ever in comics. So I have no idea who the hell is going to, like as I said, I don't know who the hell is going to be in these movies. Like really, because Cumberbatch is not going to be in it. So then you got Captain America, Black Falcon Man is going to be in it. Kate Bishop, nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about Echo. Nobody cares about the Marvels. I think you got it. Like they mentioned Photon in the thing because she's with the X-Men. So somehow, I guess she has to be in it, even though most people probably would have no idea who she is.
They have to start casting all these new superheroes then.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Start doing a new casting for all these people and just start all over.
yeah, but that's why I thought they were gonna do that in Secret War because because Doctor Doom is pulling different multiverses into one place. So then you can do that. So you can just have another guy is, you know, as whoever, and he just gets left when they because basically everything gets combined into one planet anyway. So he would just be stuck on like this, and then he would just be the new Captain America, and then you go from there.
I mean, like I said, it's gonna take a long time before they already did so much damage. At least what do you say, 6-10 years?
It's gonna take a while
It's
for
gonna
people.
take a while, yeah. Slowly start building everything back up. But the problem, they're still owned by Disney, so
yeah, and I don't know. So one of the there's something I think you would probably think is okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
yeah. I mean, that's his choice, you know. He can say whatever he wants. Everybody respects their opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily have a problem. It's like I don't. I think you should be more in getting as many people out
To go watch it.
to go watch it as possible. So staying away from anything dealing with politics is probably a good idea, regardless of whatever.
I agree. Even if you're an actor, like just stay out of it. And just like you said, promote your movie.
Yeah,
Don't get involved in stuff that always politics will divide people. So just focus on your movie.
Yeah, Chris Evans is like a super left wing leaning guy, and
but you don't hear nothing from him.
Right, when it comes to dealing with talking about the movies, he never talked about politics like at all. Outside of Marvel, he said all kind of crazy ass stuff, but when it comes to pushing the movie, he stayed as neutral as possible. Because in the immortal words of Michael Jordan, Republicans buy sneakers too.
Mm-hmm.
Like
it's the same guy from what's that guy, the actor from the Galaxy?
Chris Pratt.
Yeah, he stay out of it too.
Yeah. And so it's like because you need to make you need to get as many people to come see these movies as possible.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I mean, I get that he's not Chris Evans, but like my whole point is, you tend to want to stay away from just anything. You know, how, like they always say, don't talk about politics or religion, right?
Correct.
Yeah, you'll get out of you won't get into as nearly as much trouble if you just don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk politics, you could talk on the side, but you want to promote something, just promote your work or your movie, whatever you're doing.
No, he has. Yes, he has made statements, but what I'm trying to get at is he's not doing it while promoting the movie that he's in. That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Chris Evans has said a lot. Like Chris Evans has said a lot of stuff outside of talking about being Captain America, like in his regular whatever. But like,
Yeah.
really? Well, okay, then I have not seen that. So you got me on that one. No, I get that is right, but my point is that you talk about this stuff, you will tick off half of your audience, regardless of whatever side of the fence that it's actually on. Right wing, left wing, doesn't matter. You're gonna piss off a lot of your customers, and at the end of the day, that's what it is. Customers. You have to treat it like it's customers. Like you don't want to, piss off your customers. And it's just kind of how everything works. Is before social media, we didn't know anything about how none of these people voted or who they did or anything like that. Like nothing. You had no clue. It's like it was one of those things where it was private. Like when you go vote, not like nobody knows.
That's true. Yeah, we didn't know most back then how these people think and stuff like that. Now with social media, everybody's finding out.
Yeah, no, it's like too much. Having your opinion, having your opinion, that's fine. It's like I don't have to agree with it or disagree with it. It's your opinion, and
yeah.
Well, yeah, this is true, but like I said, they don't actually really say anything. Was a
I think Sylvester Stallone's conservative, right?
Yeah, no, all of them are. And basically, if I remember Adam Carolla, like the comedian Adam Carolla, he was saying something about the way you can tell who is a conservative in Hollywood is typically they don't talk about their politics. Like the left side talks about it constantly, but again, the smart ones don't do it while they're okay. Yeah, all right. I don't think you get what I'm trying to say, man. Is yes, just I know Chris Evans is a liberal, but he does not talk about being a liberal when he's doing Captain America promos. That's what I'm saying. All right, yeah, I know they have. Bro, they have. It's just what I'm saying again. I'll say it again. They do not do it on stage promoting their movie. They don't do that. Off of it, yes. During it, no. I think you may be conflating things that they have said with when they have said it.
You see, Sean, when you went into politics, man.
No, this is like why I don't typically want to get into the political discussion. No, all right.
Especially with this type of environment right now.
No, it's just all right. Giving my opinion on stuff, you're gonna kind of figure out what my okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I get the movie, but like, and all right. So Rambo came out like what 1978. All right.
Which one? You talking about Rambo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, that's true. Give it a shot.
All right, but
when is it gonna come out? April?
What?
The movie
Captain America?
Yeah.
This month.
Oh, this month already? Damn,
right.
February, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Is like I don't know.
When did the Thunderbolts come out? May?
Uh,
I
something like
thought. Oh, okay, I thought Thunderbird were coming out first.
Well, no, I'm not worried about. I'm not. It's like I'm probably gonna see it just because I'm curious as to what this movie looks like. Regardless of whether or not he hurts the movie or not, it has nothing to do with me. I'm not making a dime off of it.
Yeah, I even said I will give it a chance. I still go watch it.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. I'm like my whole point is it's given how people are, it's typically not a smart move to do that.
I
You
mean,
can
I understand what you're saying. I get it.
yeah. No, yeah. You speak your mind. Yeah. Go out there and like do your thing. I'm not sure how smart that'll be in the long run because especially like now, dude, everything is so freaking divided and people are just screaming and hollering about every little thing. And it's like, bro, most people just want to go see something that is just like Sonic.
Mhm.
I keep finding myself watching that. There's a scene in Sonic where Dr. Robotnik and his grandfather are basically dancing to a Q-Tip song in a room full of laser beams, right?
Oh yeah, that's the one that showed me that clip, right?
Yeah. Okay. It's like I get, dude. Like hungry matador. I get what you are saying. All right. All
Oh, man.
right. Look, I don't know, but like I don't know. I understand what you're saying, and for the most part, I believe that people should stand on their like stand on what they believe in and let people know that and let the chips fall where they may. And you'll probably get more people to come see your thing because they don't think that you're a left-wing lunatic. Because I
Mhm.
think people are like, dude, even Democrats are over left-wing lunatics right now.
I
That's the
think
only,
both parties, only one party, man.
well, yeah, but
I mean, both are they have their crazy ones, both sides.
yeah. All right, so we're digging too deep into this political discussion. So I wanted to show you this thing, Warhammer, right? If I can find it. Okay, here we go. Change of topic. I saw a little bit of this the other day. All right. So this is like uber machismo kind of like Warhammer 40K, right? So this takes place in the year 40,000 something, right? We have like a god emperor and humankind has been going out into the stars and all that for a long time, right? So if I understand, like I'm not the biggest, like I know a little bit about it, but not a lot. So they fight orcs, and so basically it is all right. You know how
Like Lord of the Rings.
well, like Dungeons and Dragons. So imagine Dungeons
Mhm.
and Dragons. It takes place 40,000 years from now, where they have machine guns and or they fight orcs and all that stuff. Instead of swords, they use machine guns and mech armor and that kind of stuff. So this particular person is like a super soldier. So imagine, all right, like you know the game Halo.
Yeah.
All right, so imagine a whole group of people like Master Chief.
Oh, okay.
All right, so this guy he actually made a fan film that people liked it so much that the people who are control of the license, Games Workshop, they gave him money to make an actual second season of the thing that he made. Can you hear it?
Mhm.
All right. All right. So I
That
think
looks pretty bad.
yeah, this is going to be on. They have like a, I think it's a website or something. Or they have a subscription service that you can get where they show a bunch of like cartoons and stuff like that. So the creator of the original, Astartes fan animation, Sayama Peterson, now known as YouTube as Digital Bones, has been working with game animation team to create Astartes 2. The series will air on Warhammer Plus, the official Warhammer streaming site, in 2026. Says, it's a little but it'll be worth it. The craziest thing about this is they got like a bit of an issue with their fan base, right? Because they're changing up the lore to fit within certain modern types of thought processes, right? So they have very distinct, like different types of divisions and whatever in terms of the characters and whatnot, right? So that is a Space Marine. There are no female Space Marines, like none.
Mm-hmm.
But people have been harassing them about making female Space Marines, even though in the lore there is a female like battle division. So there's like a completely separate division of women who fight, right? So there is that already. But the people who are pushing all this stuff, sort of like the people who the Hungry Matador was mentioning, aren't happy with that. They have, because this is more popular than that is. Most people like who know anything about Warhammer know about the Space Marines. So just like with so just like with the Boy Scouts and how there's a Girl Scouts, and if you can just make the Girl Scouts do the stuff that the Boy Scouts do, but that wasn't good enough, it's the same stuff. It's like they forced their way into like different things, and then they basically ruin it, and then it is like locusts. They move on to the next thing. So it's kind of like this kind of interesting thing where it's like you release something that's super friggin' like macho, like strong man type thing, and at the same time you're pissing your customer base off by putting female Space Marines all at the same damn time. It's like a lot of these companies are schizophrenic. That's what it feels like sometimes. Like they can't figure out.
I mean, majority of the games are men that play it.
Right, but
I mean, there's girls, but majority, I'm saying, majority is men and kids, boys playing.
Right, and then the females who do play the games that we're talking about tend to like those types of games, so they don't want them to be changed either. So they were just celebrating the fact that there's 32% of female and non-binary people working in the game industry now. And my thing is like, why are you celebrating this? That number going up has basically led to games getting shittier. So you are celebrating the fact that these people are ruining, essentially seem to be ruining games, because they're the ones who want to put easy modes in fucking everything. And like if you play a game, everything is like So they'll put like white stripes and yellow stripes and green stripes all over the fucking place to hold your hand to tell you where you can go next.
Oh,
Right.
there you go for you again.
Yeah, so there had never been. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I'm not as familiar with the lore, but I know that there have never been female space marines, and the sisters are not space marines. They're holy knights of the emperor. At least I'm not saying that they're female space marines. All right. What I'm saying is that what I'm getting at is people are pushing that into the thing, and it's like that's why I said I didn't know exactly how the lore works, but I know that there are no female space marines. Yeah. So it's like, and that is my biggest issue with all of this stupid DEI bullshit. Dude, I'm serious. It's like they refuse to big up the stuff that already can cater to them. And that's the same thing with black characters and fucking female characters and any of this shit. It's like, bro, we already have that thing. Just make that more of a focus.
Yeah.
Stop pretending that people aren't, they're already assuming that people aren't going to be fucking with it. That's what their basic assumption is.
That's why everything has gone to the shitter, man.
Right. It's because they work off this weird thing where they already don't think that the whatever that the hell they're pushing is worth anything. So they gotta latch on to other shit like fucking vampires.
Yeah, they think that by doing it, they're gonna shove it down our throats, and we just gonna take it. That's all.
No, that's not how it works. Yeah.
Sure, man.
Yeah, they got a million. Right. It's like they already have this shit. I don't need fucking black Captain America man.
No,
It's like, dude.
all I have to do is Black Superman, right?
Don't even get me started on that shit, dude. Bro, all right. You know
Or a
why?
Hispanic Superman or Hispanic Batman.
Dude, all right. DC a while back did a whole thing on Hispanic Heritage Month. So they went and got all the DC characters who are of Hispanic heritage, and it had them do the most stereotypical fucking Mexican shit that you could. One of them was eating tacos, and it was I think one had a sombrero on or some shit. It's like, bro, just like, please stop doing this. And it's usually some white person who's doing this shit who don't actually know any of the minorities that they're pushing. So that is why when they did the Miles Morales thing, where he became a bunch of different types of, he was Thor, and then when he was like, he was different characters, right? Iron Man, some shit like that. When he was Thor, Oscar was in Brooklyn. They had graffiti every place, and he was wearing Timberlands. And whenever he did anything, he had a fucking catchphrase. Dude, I think it was like by Odin's Fate or some shit like that. All right, they tried to do a Michael B. Jordan Superman film, and it almost happened. And they were trying to say because there was Elseworlds with a black Superman in the alternate, it was canon. Nah, bro, this shit ain't canon. You know what it was? Barack Obama got fucking elected, and they decided to basically fellatio his ass by making him in this fucking Superman. It's like, man, get the fuck out of here. Bro. And so it's just, I'm just so sick. I and so many people are so sick of this shit. It's like, people actually want Old Man Blade. You can go make that shit right now. You can go get Wesley Snipes' old ass and give him a bunch of money and make just like Logan, make him like,
I told you, everybody was cheering, man, when he came out on the theaters.
Right. So you can, here we go. We was Asgardians. Yeah, it was the worst. They've been trying to make Miles a thing forever, and it's just not taken, and they're not handling it well. Yeah, it's because he's not his own person. What Miles Morales should have been was Robin to Spider-Man. If he would have been that, then you could, just like how Robin became Nightwing, who has his own freaking enemies. He has his own enemies. He fights in his own city. But you got to build up to that, and they do not want to take the time to build up any of these characters.
It's like we forgot about Robin, huh? On Batman.
Yeah. No, and like each one of them are different, and it's just like, dude, they're stupid and lazy. That's what it amounts to. Is they're lazy. Like all this stuff takes time. Is Batman's Rogues Gallery didn't show up in 2 days. It took 80 years to build up all of those characters and to fully develop all of those villains to be worthy foils to Batman. You could have done that with Miles Morales. You could have done that with anybody else. But they don't want to do that because they're lazy. They want it. Everything is instant gratification and they're fucking narcissists. So they cannot believe that you don't want the bullshit that they're selling. And that is basically what it amounts to. They cannot believe that you don't want it. So they say the craziest shit like fucking orcs somehow are black people. I don't know how the fuck that works.
Oh, you're talking about the last Rings of Power when
Dude,
they were acting like they were
yes.
they had feelings, the orcs.
Right. So in that instance, they were actually Latino. I think they were going for more Latinos instead of blacks, because they were coming from another country, and so I think that's what they were going for that. All right. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Blade is the only reason that we have an MCU in the first place is because Wesley Snipes and Blade. It's like, oh shit, we can actually make money at this stuff, and it doesn't have to be goofy. It can actually be somewhat serious to a degree, but taken serious.
You think maybe they don't want to do it because maybe they don't like Wesley Snipes?
Sometimes I don't understand why none of the people who do this shit. I don't get it.
Just something maybe they don't like them. I don't,
No, I think I think what it is an actual narcissist. It is an ego thing. It's like, all right, like with Star Trek. So Star Trek is a failing thing right now. Yeah, he does come with some baggage, but I think most of them do. All of them, they're all a little crazy.
Is it because Wesley Snipes didn't pay taxes or what?
No, I don't know, but all right. So Star Trek has been failing on television for a long time. So they let another guy do the third season of Picard, right? So it builds up to this whole thing. You get all the old people together. The fans come back and they love it. Just like with Luke Skywalker and The Mandalorian. Same shit. And the exact same thing happened with both cases, right? So the way that the guy did the show is that the way the show ended was there was a new ship that was rechristened in the Enterprise. It had Picard's son. It had 7 of 9 and a crew of people that people got to know throughout this season. So he basically put on a silver platter another television show that y'all can make that the fans like. And just like when it came to Luke Skywalker and The Mandalorian, the people who didn't have anything to do with that shit all over that shit. And it's like, why did you guys not want to make money?
That's true.
So, yeah. Yeah, I give him props for that. I don't know if I have the balls to do that. Especially given I don't make enough to even have to pay a lot of taxes.
No, I'm just saying, maybe they have something against them,
Could be, dude. It could be the fact that they don't like the fact that. Remember, like I said before, they don't seem to understand why you don't like the shit that they're giving you. They just don't understand it.
How old is he? Is he in the 60s already?
Probably. Yeah, he ain't no spring chicken.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, that's it's like I don't know why you aren't. I have no idea why you aren't greenlighting that movie right now. I don't know.
the people that used to watch them back then, he
Mhm.
was like the Denzel Washington back then.
Yeah. Dude, I seriously don't like. All right. What else? So you like the Star Trek thing? All right. So the Penguin comes out. Everybody loves the Penguin. Loves it, right?
Yeah, it's like
So
a mobster movie.
right. So you got a huge hit on your hands, an unexpected hit. Why aren't you greenlighting the next Batman 2? Because it takes place in the same universe, and you gave an indication of that Batman existed in that was around Gotham at that time. So why don't you use this to build up the next Batman movie? And you go, oh, I know why. Because James Gunn didn't fucking make that Batman. So he comes up with some bullshit excuse and pushes it back. And whatever momentum you would have gotten from the television show just goes away. So I think these people don't want to make money. Like, seriously.
I wonder they're gonna make a Two-Face like a series with HBO or Max.
They were talking about Clayface.
Oh,
So I don't know. All right. Well, we got one more story to talk about before we head out. They're redoing Star Wars in comic book form. But it's like two stories. One is Henry Cavill is in talks to be in Star Wars as of I think a villain, maybe. Let's see. Find this. All right, here we go. Okay. Oh yeah, I think they did. Yeah, money printing
yeah.
machine. Yeah. Well, the message, as the critical drinker says. Yeah, he doesn't think that the baggage was the real reason that they wanted to do the matches. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like every other damn thing that they do. It's like the same shit. Like I said before, they just don't understand why you don't want the shit that they're giving you. So, so instead of just giving you what you want, they're giving you a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. Oh, he was really good in what's that Tom Cruise fucking thing?
Mission Impossible.
Right. So he was a villain in that one. He was pretty good. So and yeah, it would help with the typecasting. All right, so let's get into this right quick. It's been about an hour, so all right. 10 years ago, Marvel Comics ran out and redefined Star Wars comic book storytelling for a new age. And that didn't work out too well. Now, following hit series, what hit series? Original territory, return of the new Star Wars #1 will be delivered by two acclaimed storytellers. The New Republic defeated the last remnants of Empire in its legendary Battle of Jakku, but the greatest threats to its success are emerging in the transformative period of Star Wars lore that the fans have been eager to witness. Joining for okay. Heroes and Mystery, Luke's early challenges of restoring the Jedi Order to Leia and Han's continued romance that led to the birth of. See, this is where they lose you. They are. This is based off of their new shit. Dude, fuck their new shit. Seriously, just let it go. Like seriously.
I told you they're not gonna change, man. I told you Star Wars is not gonna change. It just
I had hope. That's why I put in the title. It's like hopeful Star Wars news. And reading that article, whatever hope I had just completely went away.
I told you as long as Kathleen Kennedy's there, it's nothing gonna change. So
All right, well, this is going to end on a shitty note. So, we had this for about an hour. Had some little discussions with you and some folks out there watching. Thanks for watching.
thank you for the comments.
Yeah. So next week, though, because next Sunday is the Super Bowl, I'm probably going to do something Monday.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's true. Huh?
Yeah. So I'm gonna be around this time. I'm probably gonna be drunk, drunk and full of chicken wings. Right. Yeah. So, oh, dude, like the estate of one of the co-creators of Superman is suing Warner Brothers to keep them from putting out the movie. No, all right. The whole thing about all this right stuff, which is going to be crazy, is because these characters are going to hit public domain not too long from now, like 10, 20 years, something like that. Because I think a bunch just hit like public domain, like Popeye did, and some other ones. Right? So it's going to be interesting when that happens. For whatever fucking reason, whenever these characters hit public domain, people make horror movies out of them. I don't know why. Like the first thing they did with Steamboat Willie was make a horror like video game out of it. People are fucking weird, dude. All right, but I'm still recovering from this damn cold. So so we'll be back next Monday. I have no idea what the hell we're gonna be talking about. We'll be a little bit closer to the wonderfulness that is going to be Captain America, Black Falcon Man. So yeah, they kept pushing it back because I think you can actually petition to make it last a little bit longer, but you can only do that so many times. I don't know. All right, but we gotta go. I need to take some cold medicine and go my ass to sleep. So thanks y'all for checking us out. Please come back. Love the commentary, regardless of whether it's political or not. So I'm probably gonna butcher your name, but Nozaku and Hungry Matador, thanks for contributing to the show today. It appreciate it. So like I said, please like, share, and subscribe, and all that wonderful fun stuff. Oh, okay. Got one more thing. Judges in one case ruled if it changes enough, it can be kept in. It's BS. Yeah.
It's true.
This is how the world works, man. You got to get money. So, all right. Please like, share, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff. So, on behalf of myself and Ricky, we are the UN Podcast, and we're out. Later.